Welcome to the Just Give Me the Mic show, and I am your host, Deborah Coco. And if you do not know about Just Give Me the Mic, what we do here is highlight positive people doing positive things throughout our communities and worldwide. And we strive to bring you the best interview experience that there is. So again, I want to thank everyone for their support. And what I would like for you to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Relax and enjoy the show, everybody. Thank you again for your support. Welcome to the Just Give Me the Mic show, everybody. I am your host, Deborah Coco, and thank you so much for tuning in and supporting the show. I really, really appreciate it. Today, I'm so excited. I have some awesome guests joining me in the building, people that I know and I've seen on the grind, doing their thing, traveling, and just bringing good music and good vibes to different communities. And I'm so excited to feature them today here on the show. First up is going to be Miranda Rights, followed by The Collective. And The Collective is a group of different energies, good music, good vibe, group of people that got together to join like a group, an ensemble of different energies and music. And that is composed of Natficial Fellowman, Shanequa Charles, Shirley Severe, Lexy, and Lorenzo. And they'll be coming up next in the second segment. But without further ado, let's go to a video by my first guest, Miranda Writes, called Taylor Swift. Check it out.
Top 10, I'm just like Taylor. Shake them off, get that paper, Swift. Top 10, I'm just like Taylor. Shake them off, get paper, Swift. Yeah, what I want, if I want it, then I get it. Bad queen, independent, good credit. Ain't no chick got the crown like me. Run the town like me, they ain't built like me. You say I'm a dream with a splash of change of ring. Papa goes to sing. If I'ma paint a picture, I had all the fantasies, then let the canvas clean. You know a little crystalline, wash away her wrong just to do it all again. Pop out with my friends, grab a boo on a Benz, plus the biddies they brought with that. I gotta hit it to my left, matte red lips, with my tortoise on the bed. Yeah, what I want, I be stressing less and less. I be getting what I want and wanting what I get. Yeah, what I want, if I want it, then I get it. Bad queen, independent, drug credit. Ain't no chick with a crown like me. Run the town like me, they ain't built like me. Yeah, what I want, if I want it, then I get it. Bad queen, independent, drug credit. Ain't no chick with a crown like me. Run the town like me, they ain't built like me. I like them late night rides, drive through, run, stop down outside. He's saying pretty girl fly, lucid at night, open up wide. CEO drive, put it in sport, I'm so fine. I got him on standby, clone up in my bed, leave him on the line. They don't do what I say so, you know it's what I say, girl. I make them all roll wild, pretty girl swag and real G style. Yeah, what I want, if I want it, then I get it. Bad queen, independent, good credit. Ain't no chick with a crown like me. Run the town like me, they ain't built like me. Yeah, what I want, if I want it, then I get it. Bad queen, independent, good credit. Ain't no chick with a crown like me. Run the town like me, they ain't built like me. Cool like me.
To the show, everyone. Thank you for coming in today. I love the video. It was awesome. And yeah, we need that summertime girl anthem.
Yeah,
you know, yes we do. We need that anthem. And I like that it's clean. And matter of fact, I'm noticing that women are like kind of on the rise right now because we have we have all like these rappers coming from the NYC, Lola Brooks, we got Ice Spice, now we got Scarlett, but you know, now we got the feminine, like, you know, I know you're not NYC, but you NYC, right? Right, like I said, I just love how the females are now finding ways to be more creative and showing like empowerment.
Absolutely.
Through music, you know? So tell us about this new release that you have.
Yeah, so I mean, Taylor Swift really is all about that. I'm very much like a girl's girl. And what I mean by that is like I love seeing women win, and I love hyping other women up. I think that's really important, and especially in music. And I've just noticed like everything that I love in my life has always been very male dominated spaces.
Right.
And because of that, I always feel like it's really important to encourage women to either get into something, try something. So, you know, it's for all the independent ladies, the one that are doing their things, you know,
Yes.
focused on the bag, doing what they need to do. And it's a way to celebrate us because women truly are amazing. So
That is so true. Yes, indeed. So how have you been? Like, it's been a little minute since I've seen you.
I know, it's been a long time.
Right. I mean, I looked on your social media the other day, and I'm like, wow, you're just traveling, you're doing shows. I see you you have your makeup artist, and you're walking across the Lakers floor and doing all types of things right now. So what's going on? What's happening with you?
So, I mean, I just got off of tour with the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yes.
For like 5 months. So 130 shows later.
Wow.
Yeah, we just wrapped up. So thank you,
Yeah,
thank you.
that is awesome.
That was a really incredible experience to just be part of a brand that's so iconic. Of course, the people that I get to work with are amazing. And, you know, I will say the thing is, like, when you work hard every single day, you have, like, such an appreciation of everything that happens behind the scenes. So just seeing the thousands of people are there, you know, smiling every night every night felt new.
Right.
New city each day.
Wow.
Yeah. So I learned how to survive off of 2 suitcases.
Oh, you
so
have?
now I'm ready to throw away half of my closet at home. So I'm like, oh my God, I don't need any of this stuff anymore. But
That's
yeah.
a skill. That is a skill. Yes.
Yeah. So, but yeah, just wrapping up tour, putting out new music. I just kind of feel like I'm in this space where everything's just flowing, and I'm just thankful to be here.
I mean, such good energy. Like, ever since I met you a couple of years back, it's like I can see that you're one of the people that really, really love what you do. You love music. I can tell how you really love the vibes and the energy from your audience as well. Like, I was just, before we went live, we was talking about Zulu Nation, how you was doing, like, a lot of rap music. And you're really good with the rap, with conscious and having meaningful music and words, lyrics in your music. So I always enjoyed listening to the rap side of you. But now seeing you now with this girly flow, not saying you wasn't girly before, but now it's like so cutesy, like, and it's like, oh, it makes me happy to really see the growth and that you're still smiling while you're doing what you do.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've just been making music for such a long time where it's like, and it's been interesting, especially over the last few years. I've gotten a lot of comments about how, like, the sound is changing and stuff. But, people grow up, they evolve, and I just feel like I'm having fun with what I'm doing. So whatever that looks and feels like and sounds like, and I think I'm just really in my, like, Taylor Swift rock star era.
Yes, you
and,
are.
I just want to have some fun and keep putting out music, yeah.
But it's good that we notice that. We're seeing different sides of you. It's not like you're locking us into one side of this who Miranda is. No, Miranda could be, you could do many things, and you have many elements of music that you want to explore, and I'm glad you're not afraid to do that. That's what's really important. So what is some of the lessons that you've learned transitioning into these different genres and this new experience? Like, what is something that you have really learned through your journey so far?
I would say, I think in the beginning when I first started rapping, it was like an extreme focus on like what it is that I was saying. Because like you said, I come from very grassroots hip hop, which I know you know. And that very much still is a thing for me. But then also too, just traveling so much and, performing so much, I feel like there's one thing about what you're saying, but music really is a feeling.
Right.
So I've learned that it's not so much about what you're saying, it's how people are also feeling. And for me, as long as I see people dancing and smiling, then I'm like, all right, I'm putting people in a good space.
And we need that.
Yeah, so I feel like the music is a little bit more dancey and vibey, but again, like I said, if people are feeling good while they're listening to my music, then the same soul is still there. It's just in a different, you may be just perceiving it in a different way, but the feeling is still that. It still feels good. It's still positive. It's still something that you can listen to, dance to, cruise to.
Yes,
So yeah.
yes. So do you have a new release out, or is it single? Tell us what you're working on right now.
So I just released my new single called No Problems.
Okay.
Yes, I'm really excited about that. And then there'll be a really cool like EDM, like dubstep version coming out from that soon, which I'm really excited about. So I just dropped No Problems. I have so much new music that I'm sitting on.
Okay.
It's like driving me crazy. But it's going to be a summer of music. So I have a lot of things recorded that I'm ready to put out. I'm still recording, so lots of new music on the way.
So now that the tour is over, like, what are your goals for the summer? You're going to try to do more performances here? You still want to travel?
Yeah.
Like, what is the summer goals? We're going to keep it right here. What's the summer goals for Miranda Rights?
Well, I was trying to relax a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen. It's funny because since I got home from tour, I've been like doing something every single day, but it's also a blessing.
Right.
I'm thankful because I love doing this. But the summer goals is to get some sunshine in all while working, releasing music, performing, traveling, just, same
Leisure.
vibe, just in the summertime shine, yeah.
Okay, okay. So what do you like to do, like, in your spare time when you're not performing, when you're not creating music? What do you like to do?
I like to read a lot.
Oh, you do?
I read a lot. I meditate a lot. I spend a lot of time outdoors. So whether that's like hiking, I love running.
Okay.
Definitely a big runner. Anything that's outdoors, that's in nature, and that's grounding. I feel like when I'm not working, I like to be grounded. So I spend a lot of time outdoors. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Is there any female artists out right now that really inspires you, that you like something about them, or you feel like you relate to, like maybe something that they've been through or gone through, or that you kind of feel?
I really love Bia.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Bia's really dope. I think her sound is really cool.
I love her too.
She's just like laid back, and yeah, I really like her a lot. And it's funny because I don't know Spanish at all, by the way.
It sounds really good when she's saying it, though, right? The way she performs.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, she's dope, but I was going to say Tokisha. Like, I have no idea what she's saying, but she is dope.
Okay, I haven't heard her. I gotta check
She's
her
very,
out.
like, wild and free. So, like I said, that goes back to the feeling, though, right? Because, like, here it is, I can listen to a genre where I have no idea what's being said, but I'm like, yeah, girl,
Right, right.
so...
That
yeah.
shows that music is universal, right?
Exactly.
We don't really have to understand all the lyrics, but the feel of it will make us, our body react the certain way that it's supposed to, right?
For sure. Yeah.
Well, that's great. Like I said, I love Bia too. It's something about her voice is very unique. But again, after what we've been through, COVID and everything, getting back out there, feeling alive, we have to appreciate life and having fun. I love how your video, it kind of replicates that feeling that we all are trying to have on a regular basis. So, I mean, I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
I'm excited.
I appreciate that.
So you was on a 5-month tour. Like, what are some of the cities you've been to?
We've been to a lot of cities. I guess I can just say maybe like some of my favorites. So Texas was really cool. So I've never been to Texas before. And then Canada was also really awesome. I haven't been there. Then, of course, I love California. So that was nice. I ate so much good food in Louisiana. I was like, please let me leave, or I'm not going to fit into any of my clothes.
I love Louisiana, right. I love Louisiana.
So I'm like, get me out of here. But the food was amazing.
It is.
Where else? Chicago. Like, there was just like a lot of cool places that, and like, it's funny too, because the joke would be, every time we would get to the venue at the end of the show, they'd be like, so where were you yesterday? I'm like, I don't know. They're like, where do you go tomorrow? I'm like, I don't know. We just get on the bus and we leave and then we hit the next city. And it's funny how that happens. But I got a chance to see a lot of cool places and meet a lot of cool people.
Now, this is what a lot of artists are aspiring to, have this type of opportunity. I'm so happy that that opened up for you. And I'm happy to see your team still with you. You know what I mean? I love it. I love it, because teams are important. We need to have that support. We need to have family with us or friends and keep that. So how important is that to you, to keep your foundation and your space a certain way when you're moving, making your moves in the industry? Yeah,
I mean, I have a very small circle. I've kind of always been like that. But I'm thankful for the people that I do have around me, because you can't do it without them. Like, you seriously can't. So I'm thankful that I have an incredible family that supports me. I have other team members and, people that I've had for years. And then there's been some new amazing, players come into the game as well on my team. So yeah, everybody just has really good vibes, and we all want to win, but we're all in sync, and I think that's why everything is just flowing, and yeah,
and moving
feels
the
good.
way it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Now, how about the snowboarding? What is that project about? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so snowboarding is just one of my favorite hobbies. It ended up just turning into like a movement for me, really. You know, I've been snowboarding for like 13, probably 14 years now, and way before I was rapping. And then I basically just remember looking on YouTube to try and find other female rappers who were snowboarding. And I literally put on Google female rappers plus snowboarders. And I could not find anyone.
Wow.
And I'm like, you know, that's really interesting, and it's no secret that obviously snowboarding is very much like a white male-dominated sport.
Right.
But I could not believe that I could not find one chick who
shared
was
the
like
same love for it.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm like, well, if nobody's talking about it, then I have to be the one to talk about this. So I did. I started making music about it, and I wasn't even like a good snowboarder at the time. But I'm like, you know, and I'm like in the camera, you know, with the goggles on and stuff, and it was my way to just meet new friends and find other like-minded people. And then here it is, fast forward now, like I'm an ambassador for Burton Snowboards. I do a lot of work with Red Bull.
That's
Thank you. So it was just love turned into, I saw an empty lane, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be my lane.
That is awesome. Are there any like female artists that you have in your circle right now that you would like to collaborate with and do music?
Oh, well, of course, the two that I mentioned before. You know, I gotta get that Nicki collab. So my whole world would be made if I can just hang out with Missy Elliott for a day and make a song with her.
Right,
I am a huge,
right. Missy Elliott, like that would be awesome, right?
Missy Elliott is definitely my top influence when it comes to music. She's incredible. Just everything, she really is like a genius. So I just want to hang out with her for a day and get a song, and then everything else is just a bonus.
Right, that would be that. That would be that. So where can people find you on social media and follow you?
So make it really easy. Miranda Writes, WRITES. Just put that into Google and I'm gonna pop up. So make sure you follow your girl on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, you know, all of the regular
across the board.
All across the board.
Right.
If you like me, then just follow me and we can be friends.
And how about your music? Where can they find your music?
Yeah, so Amazon, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Pandora, same thing, Miranda Rights, WRITES.
Okay, so any inspiring word before? Matter of fact, we have 2 performances coming up, so she's not leaving, okay? You're going to see her perform some songs. But any words of inspiration you would like to say to any female that, you know, is trying to find their way in the game right now?
I would say, you know, nobody's ever going to care as much about you as you. So, like, take care of yourself on, like, a mental, physical, spiritual, emotional level. So I think that's really important. Take time to learn the business. And then also find what it is that you like and then find what fits. And I think, like, a lot of times as, like, artists, we're always trying to be the next so-and-so, but really, like, there's so many people in the world. Like, if you are into, like, I don't care, you could be like, I like to garden. Find people who garden, and then make a community based upon that. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing.
Right, be unique,
so,
be yourself.
Yeah, just be you, and to find the people that align with that, and take care of you, because nobody's gonna love you the way that you do. So.
That's it. That is great words. And I say that all the time. I mean, sometimes we do limit ourselves by trying to fit into box. Sometimes you have to turn everything off, right?
For sure, yeah.
And reflect on what's really important to you. What is the message that you want to say? How do you want people in the world to see you, right?
Absolutely.
And go for that. And don't be afraid. Be fearless in it. Like I said, the Taylor Swift, like going back to the song, just be fearless. Just have fun with it and enjoy it. Just let things fall where they fall, right?
Absolutely.
We can't control everything, but enjoy the journey, enjoy the ride while you're getting there, right?
Yeah, amen.
All right, I'm excited. Coming up next, y'all, is 2 performances by Miranda Rights. She has 2 different songs she's going to do for us today, and then we'll be back with our next guest, so stay tuned.
Yeah, what I want, top 10 Empress like Taylor. Shake them off, get that paper swift. Yeah, what I want, if I want it, then I get it. Top 10 Empress like Taylor. Shake them off, get paper swift. Yeah, what I want, if I want it, then I get it. Bad, bad queen, independent, good credit. Ain't no chick rock the crown like me, run the town like me, they ain't built like me. He say I'm a dream with a splash of tangerine. Pop across the scene, not me. If I'ma paint a picture, I had all the fantasies, then let the canvas clean. You know, a little crystalline, wash away wrong just to do it all again. Pop out with my friends, grab a boo and a Benz, plus the biddies they brought with them. I gotta hit it to my left, matte red lips, hold my tosses on the bed. I be stressing less and less, I be getting what I want and wanting what I get. If I want it, then I get it. Bad, bad queen, independent, good credit. Ain't no chick rock the crown like me, run the town like me, they ain't built like me. Get what I want, if I want it, then I get it. Bad, bad queen, independent, good credit. Ain't no chick rock the crown like me, run the town like me, they ain't built like me. I like them late night rides, drive through runs, top down outside. He say I'm pretty girl fly, lucid at night, open up wide. CEO drive, put it in sport, I'm so fine. I got him on standby, caught up on my bed, leave him on the line. They don't do what I say so, you know it's what I say, girl. I make them all go wild, pretty girl swag and real G style. Yeah, what I want, if I want it, then I get it. Bad, bad queen, independent, good credit. Ain't no chick rock the crown like me, run the town like me, they ain't built like me. Yeah, what I want, if I want it, then I get it. Bad, bad queen, independent, good credit. Ain't no chick rock the crown like me, run the town like me, they ain't built like me, yeah, cool like me. Yeah, let's get it like there's no other. There's no other options. We be winning, we outside, steady mobbing. Yeah, they don't want no problems. Hall of Fame, finna finish what I started. Yeah, there's no other options. We be winning, we outside, steady mobbing, yeah. I'm all out of options. For the love, get it bustin' cross the right, yeah. Hi, yes, I'm the one they talk about. Show 'em out, keep my name up in their mouth. Hi, yes, I'm the one they came to see. I'm the truth, I'm the one they wanna be. No, I don't have no room for tea. Throwing shade, stay paid, need security. No, I don't have no time to beef. 5-star only, shrimp and lobster, busy planting seed. Yeah, there's no other option. We be winning, we outside, steady mobbing, yeah. They don't want no problem. All the fame, finna finish what I started, yeah. There's no other option. We be winning, we outside, steady mobbing, yeah. They don't like the options. For the love, get it bustin' cross the right, yeah. I hang where the players play. Out the way, in the cup, peep the pearly gates, yeah. Meetings over steak filet, Cabernet, sit down sipping lemonade. Ooh, crib look like a mansion. Bless my family, can't take this life for granted now. Ooh, we don't ball forever. For the love, put that on whatever, yeah. There's no other option. We be winning, we outside, steady mobbing, yeah. They don't want no problems. Hall of Fame, finna finish what I started, yeah. There's no other option. We be winning, we outside, steady mobbing, yeah. I'm all out of options. For the love, get a bus and cross the right, yeah.
I mean, if you tryna find me, you know I'm outside, but like
Winning.
outside, 'cause you be seeing me where you need to see me, you know what I mean?
Cross the right, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yo. Can we spend some time? I
just wanna chill with you. Can we spend some time? I just wanna chill. I just wanna chill with you.
Yo. Let's chill. Can we spend some time? I see you all the time. Let's have a conversation and a glass of wine. What's your birthday? Yeah, mine's in May. I could tell you shea butter on your skin. Original hair, you looking good, girl. All over again. You got me mesmerized with your thick thighs and beautiful eyes. You're so damn fine.
Can we spend some time? I just wanna chill with you. Can we spend some time? I just wanna chill. I just wanna chill with you.
T-I-M-E, your time is really all that I need. It's better than money. It's better than jury. There's nothing better than the feeling I get when you're near me. And I just wanna freeze time and make these sweet memories with you. I never wanna come down from this high and all those wonderful things that you do.
Can we spend some time? I just wanna chill with you. Can we spend some time? I just wanna chill. I just wanna chill with you.
I love when your hands are all over my thighs and all we can hear each other screams and cry. Yeah. I love when you look into my eyes. My heart will never leave. Please believe. Please believe.
Let's go.
Can we spend some time with you? Can we spend some time? Can we spend some time?
Can we spend some time? I just wanna chill with you.
Shout out to Jacobo, that's giving the mic.
Yeah, Taurus season.
Birthday,
Yeah, mine was Wednesday.
2 birthdays in the building.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Woo.
Now listen up.
Yeah.
We do a lot of stuff out here. And sometimes it doesn't always feel like you're supported. But guess what, y'all?
Guess what?
If you got at least one person in your life that's showing you love and support, that means you got love and support. S-U-P-P-O-R-T.
That support system.
S-U-P-P-O-R-T.
That real support system.
S-U-P-P-O-R-T. S-U-P-P-O-R-T. S-U-P-P-O-R-T.
That support system.
S-U-P-P-O-R-T.
That real support system.
S-U-P-P-O-R-T. S-U-P-P-O-R-T. I just want to say thank you for loving me.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you for loving me. I just want to say thank you for loving me.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you for loving me. Yeah. Now y'all got a theme song. Y'all can go home and send to your people and tell them how much you appreciate the support. What I do understand is that you came through and you blessed the land. If you stood by me through a project or a situation, I just want to give you all of my appreciation. Got a lot of people talking about all the things that make them want to scream and shout, but I want to say thank you.
Thank
For
you.
the SUPPORT, you see me, I see you, we are we. Not enough that round here, you see, it sparks fear. When you show the love out loud and you resonate high, vibration on fleek, yeah, that's why. Your inner light is so strong, it's blowing my mind. Yours, mine too, is so divine. From the top of your head to the bottom of your souls, 7 chakras in alignment, we on swole. Ancestors rock, then you get it all. Understand, you got the source. We got no choice but to stand tall. Future generations like Baba, it's your call. Thank you for loving me.
Thank you.
Thank you for loving me.
Thank you.
Thank you for loving me. Thank you for loving me.
Thank you for loving me. You brought me in this world. You nurtured me for them flowers and pearls. Nurtured me, now I stand on my own. Family values have been etched in stone. Carving my name in trees, securing legacies. Rebuking Satan, cause he's the enemy. Mama, your soul is now flying free. Rest in heavenly peace. Thank you for loving me, loving me.
SUPPORT, SUPPORT. Come on. SUPPORT, SUPPORT, SUPPORT. Come on. SUPPORT, SUPPORT, SUPPORT. Yeah.
Yeah.
Better go home and let the people know that you got a new theme song. You can
That's
sing
right.
to them now, right, brother Al?
Facts.
Go home and tell them something like this. Say to them, thank you for loving me. Thank you for loving me. Come on. Thank you for loving me. Huh? Thank you for loving me. Tell them, thank you for loving me.
Thank you.
Thank you for loving me.
Thank you.
Thank you for loving me. Thank you for loving me.
Yeah.
Peace and blessings to the family. We are the collective.
We are the collective.
Grew up in a town that is famous as a place in movie scenes. Place is always loud, there are sirens all around, and the streets are mean. If I could make it here, I could make it anywhere, that's what they say. See my face in lights, on my name and marquees found down on Broadway. Even if it ain't all it seems, I got a pocket full of dreams, baby. I'm from New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York. These streets will make you feel brand new. Big lights will inspire you. Hear it from New York, New York, New York. On the avenue, there is never a curfew. Ladies work so hard. Such a melting pot on the corner selling rock. Preachers pray to God. Hail a gypsy cab, takes me down from Harlem to the Brooklyn Bridge. Yeah. Someone sleeps tonight with a hunger for more than an empty fridge. Yeah. I'ma make it by any means. I got a pocket full of dreams, baby. I'm from New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York. These streets will make you feel brand new. Big lights will inspire you. Hear it from on, y'all. One hand in the air for the big city. Street lights, big dreams, all looking pretty. Ain't no place in the world that could compare. Stick your lighters in the air, everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. In New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York. These streets will make you feel brand new. Big lights will inspire you. Hear it for New York, New York, New York. Thank you.
Blessing us today with 3 great performances. Clap it up for everyone. Today, I am so thankful y'all came through and joined me. I mean, so far the show is a dope show. I have great energy, great people. But before we get into what the collective is all about, I just want everybody to introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Shirley Severe Jacobo.
My name is Natficial Fellowman.
Peace. My name is Shanequa Charles.
I'm Lorenzo Vaughn, baby.
I'm Lex Forbes.
Yes, and together they make up the collective. So start off and tell us about your group.
Well, how we started was we was always in the studio. I was always in the studio with Lex Forbes and, Lorenzo Vaughn. And one day, Lex Forbes was like, yo, I've been having this epiphany and, in my mind, I'm like, I've been having the same thing. And add on to Lorenzo Vaughn, we came up with the name, The Collective. So he said it should be spelled DAK''lective. And that's how we started, and we're here now today,
That little twist on it. And I like how you got that. Yeah, I love it. And what it represents is so many different elements to me, of people. Everyone is so unique. Everyone is bringing something different to the table, and that's what I love. It's not like you're all R&B, you're all rap or whatever. Everybody, dance, you got choreography, you got, Right, like you do monologues, and you're like you got activism in the city, and you're a poet. We have full-figured model, this is almost like a one-stop shop right here. Okay, what you looking for?
We got it all.
Right. What you looking for is right here, and I'm so excited because I personally know everyone, and I'm like I always support. Like we support each other, we show love to each other, and I see. In the summers, the community events, all the things that you do, Miss Abby's kids that you do for the community, and also against tobacco, and now you're speaking out against that. So these are things, not only do we entertain our community, but we also bring up serious issues that, people in our community have to deal with, or that, and these are real realities, we can't always just party and have fun. We have to think about how we are affected as people and what we can do, be conscious of what we're doing, our thoughts, our mind, and the things that we're putting into our body. Like all of this is involved, right? So let's talk about, like you said, now you're the R&B singer of the group.
I'm a big voice.
Right. So tell us about, you're singing Alicia Keys over here. A lot of people can't sing Alicia Keys now. Let's not play about that. That's not that's a hard artist to follow up behind. So tell us about your background in singing?
Well, I've been singing majority of my life, of course. I started singing about 13. I did an audition at school, and ever since then I've just been in school choirs, college choirs. I sang with the Kiss FM gospel choir.
Oh, nice.
I also did background singing for RuPaul's Drag Race first season winner, BB Zahara Benet. So we did a lot of LGBTQ.
Yes.
A lot of that community. We did a lot of shows around like in Midtown, 42nd Street, things like that. So that helped me build my performancing. And then after BB, I took a little break, started a family. I have 2 little ones, Giovanni Jr. and Jackson. They're 7 and 3.
Okay.
And then after the COVID, I was like, I need to do something. I need to get back out there. Yes.
Right.
So I had an opportunity to sing at a New York Hair Challenge. and I didn't stop since May of 22. I've just really been pushing, getting out, trying to. What is this underground world about?
Right.
And he, I guess, noticed my talent because we all go to a nice open mic place in my neighborhood called Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights, right.
And that's pretty much where I got to know them.
Okay.
And from there, we all on each other's IGs. And he asked me. He said, "Could we collab?" I said, "Of course." At that point, I'm still hungry.
Right.
So I'm like, somebody's taking notice of my talent. I want to get out there. I want to share. I want to participate. And I just really love what I do. I love what I do, and it's never too late.
That is right. That is so true. And especially, it's such a pleasure to work with people that are motivated and have the same passion, like as you. You can motivate each other at them times when you're feeling like, you know?
Yes.
And tell us about your poetry, your music, Natficial Fellowman. I'm sorry.
Mr. Fellowman, the traveler.
Natficial, right.
Well, I started in prison. When I was in prison, I started writing when I was in solitary confinement. I was writing poetry, and that would keep my mind off the time, what I was doing at the time, and plus, I'm a photographer as well.
Yes.
I was doing photography. Is a place called Flick Click. No, that's where family members come visit their loved ones, and I was on the floor taking pictures of the family and the loved ones and stuff like that. So I got into photography and poetry, just writing. So when I got released, I was like, let me turn these poetry into songs. And I've been home like 10 years now. So it's been a journey, and I'm just blessed, man, to be here. So yeah, we here. The collective is here. We writing beautiful songs, just trying to change the narrative of the music, what's happening and going on today. So that's why.
So important.
We as the collective changing that.
You look back now and be like, that.
Yeah,
that's 10 years ago. Look at my world. Look at my world today. Sometimes you have to stop and just look at your growth.
Right.
Look at the changes and the transition. Because we always have choices in life, but it feels good when you make the right one, and you feel good about where you at. Right. That's a blessing.
Right.
So
and like Shirley said, it's never too late.
Right.
It's never too late.
No.
And that's what I love about us. All of us, we don't look at each other like, are you too old? Are you too old? There's nobody. We're all like, yo, let's do it. We support each other no matter what we want to do.
You know?
Well, unless you're under 18. No.
Right. And Miss Shanequa Charles, like when I met you, I came to Webster. And you was doing your campaign, right? You wanted to be Bronx Council something. What was the title?
At the time, I was running for assembly person.
Right, assembly person. And I got to meet you, and we did an interview off the back. And I was like, I just loved your energy from the very, very start. And then I started coming and seeing the weekly events and seeing all the things that you were trying to do for that community, for that area, all the services that you was trying to provide, that you were providing. Not trying, you were providing to people within your district. And I thought that was such a positive thing. And your organization, you always give back. You do street events, you give awards to people, you highlight and recognize people, right? And you have the street events for children, Halloween, like different, I've seen you do different things. And I see you be an advocate for different causes. Like I told you about the tobacco. I could go on and on and on, and you'll never get a chance to speak. Okay, so I'm gonna let you, tell us about you instead of me telling them about you. Tell them who you are and what you do.
Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate it. This work that we have embarked on is just it's a manifestation, I think, of who we are just as people wanting to see something better in our communities, something better for our families, our friends, our loved ones. We're standing on the shoulders of giants. So when it comes to the work that Miss Abby's Kids does over the last 10 years, it's ferociously for freedom and liberation. Like there's absolutely no other reason to be doing this work unless it is for the freedom and liberation of people of color, of Black people. And so, when we started Miss Abby's Kids 10 years ago, going on 11 years ago, is because our mother passed away from 4th-stage lung cancer with metastases to all 4 regions of her brain. And at the age of 57, being able to look at all of the different ways her life was cut short, we decided let's take all of those different ways and create infrastructure for young people to live past the age of 57,
Right.
67, 77, so on and so forth. So, you know, if it has anything to do with social justice, you know, mass incarceration has been knocking us down for decades and decades and decades. The new age,
Yes, it has.
you know, slavery. You know, our supermarkets are food deserts. So even when you go into our stores, you don't find the kind of foods that we really need for our bodies to be healthy. The actual fresh, non-GMO fruits and vegetables. In a supermarket, 80% of supermarket is supposed to be fresh food. In our supermarkets, less than 20% is, and the rest is in a box or a can, or you know, something that'll give you high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease,
Packed
liver
with
failure.
salt, packed with sugar.
Yeah, packed with
know.
salt, sugar, and it's over processed, you know. And being from the Bronx, it's just like our education system is terrible. We have zoned schools in areas that don't have taxes being paid, you know, ownership taxes.
Right.
So that means our schools suffer, but then you say, oh, but all of you children have to go to this particular school where we know you'll be in a situation.
You'll be in a deficit.
And hard to even, you can't learn how to swim unless you're with swimmers.
Right.
So if you put all the swimmers in the class and then nobody learns how to swim, you know, so just looking at all of those different things and figuring out what kind of programming, community, infrastructure can be built. And we started in the Bronx, right? But like, I'm incredibly proud to say that through the coalition of grassroots organizations and community support and all of the love from the people who have a vision that is similar, we've impacted people nationally.
Yeah, you were way outside of that range at this point, which is a beautiful thing.
So we're you know really excited about that. And when you met us, we had a community center. We increased programming by 300% as a result of having a physical building. So we know the value of having your doors open 2, 3 in the morning, taking knives out of kids' hands, patching up, you know, poke holes, and people being like all kinds of things being like, our problems are not 9 to 5, so a 9 to 5 thing is not going to solve them. But we're looking for a new building. We found a new building. And we're in the process right now of, you know, curating the type of support that we need to make it sustainable, to, you know, build the funds, to ascertain the building, the programming. We're also working on a major theater project right now that we could talk about like at a different time. But there are things in the works, and it all centers around who we are innately as Black people, as intelligent people, as talented people, you know, and the like. So. That's what we're
here
doing.
you are today performing SUPPORT. Right. You know what I'm saying? It leads us right to there today.
The best song.
Right, beautiful thing. I love the collaboration. And Lorenzo Vaughn, tell us some background on you, sir.
Well, currently, I am the president of the national. Well, we got performing activist troupe, so I'm the president of that over at NAN, Harlem chapter in New York City, Harlem based. You know, but I guess that was like kind of a journey, something I just kind of gravitated to. I was at an open mic in Brooklyn somewhere, and the young lady, you know, her name was Imani. She's like, "Oh, you ever been to the National Action Network?" I'm like, "Nah, I ain't never heard of it." I was like, "Nah, I ain't never been there." Well, they was like, "Oh, we have an open mic the first, third, and fourth Friday of each month." So I was like, I decided to, you know, show my face in the place and see what it was all about. So, like, several years later.
7, wow, good.
Yeah, about 7, 8, maybe more or less, somewhere in that time frame. It seemed like it's longer, but you know, I guess time is just kind of going fast, or whatever. And yeah, so I started doing like Martin Luther King Jr. because I was doing like a lot of support. You know, actors. I know I was, you know, playing I guess, you know, other characters. Then I was pushed to the forefront eventually. So I've done Dr. King. I've done Amadou Diallo, Sean Bell, Trayvon Martin, Ramali Graham, Emmett Till, in this piece called Nation Sons.
Wow.
And I guess, you know,
people that need their voices that we cannot forget today.
Yes, right.
So that's, you know, that's beautiful to hear.
Yeah, so you know, I guess performing activist, that's best, you know, describes my title. So I do performing, and I'm out there on the streets for the people.
Performing activist. I like that. That is really, that's a, And you're my TikTok partner for Christmas.
Yeah, TikTok. Yeah, I was all on the tickety-top.
We got the last minute.
That's right.
We made up skits. That was a fun time we had, wasn't it? That was fun. Okay, and Miss Lexy Forbes. I'm going to come back to you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's all I know about.
Yes.
I started out as a choreographer. I've been a choreographer and dancer for 20 years.
Wow, okay.
And as far as my, I've also been going to different karaoke's for over 10 years. So Natficial came to me about a year ago and asked me to do the female parts for a song that he wanted to do for his woman. So that's how it started, and then we just did another song and another song and another song, and then, you know, LV was always there, and then we added Shirley, and then she came along, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know, we all do different things, and we all perform separately and together, but we need a name for when we perform together. Like, they can't say, okay, this one, that. We need a collective name, so that's how we came up with the collective. Then also about 2 years ago, I started my own karaoke company.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I started my own karaoke company, and I started doing my own karaoke's after supporting other people's karaoke's for over 10 years. And then after a year, I got my own equipment, so I do my own DJing and hosting.
DJing too?
Yes,
Oh,
I have my own equipment and everything. So I've been, you know, practicing on my craft before I.
Okay.
Yeah. So because of Natficial, I started taking my singing more seriously. So I started going to more live band events. That's how we met Shirley. And when I was at Harlem Nights, because I needed to practice, I'm used to having the lyrics in front of me.
Right.
So I said, okay, I really have to, if I'm going to be performing live with the collective, I need to practice on that particular craft. You know, I'm used to performing, dancing, acting, not singing. So I'm still getting used to singing live and things of that nature. So it's been fun. It's been great.
Great journey.
Yeah, because I've seen you with Married to the Music. Shout out to Miss D, you know. And I see you with the dance moves. Like I said, I'm tempted.
Oh, yeah.
One day she's going to turn around and be like, yeah, I'm right behind you. But I'm saying, I love it. I love it how we're all adults. We have families, we have kids, and we still are out here doing
it's
what
all
we
connected.
love.
It's all
Right. It is all connected. And like, I see you with, it took me a minute to make the, I'm like, is this the same girl that I'm seeing? Right, and then I had to connect the dots, and I'm like, oh, she is the same person. Because I saw her with, you know, I see you at the karaoke, right? Then I'm married to Miss D, be like, well, Lexy, I'm like,
Is that the same one?
right. And then it finally dawned, that's the same person. Okay, but like I said, I just love it, and I love how you support each other.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's so hard nowadays to get true, authentic, right? Support just from love, not because you're gonna get something out of it, not because you want something back. Just like, this is my people's. I am there to support you and to do what I can for you, and I love that, right? How y'all do that. So shout out to
King
who's
Laji.
missing?
Yes.
King
Yeah.
Laji.
King
Who
Laji.
couldn't be here today. He's a very important part. But he's performing at a gospel.
Right now.
Right,
Yes,
he's
right now,
performing.
yeah,
So we're
gospel
sending him
fest.
positive vibes.
Yeah.
We're sending him good.
McDonald's.
And at the McDonald's?
McDonald's Gospel Fest.
Oh,
McDonald's Gospel Fest. So we're
Yes.
sending him good
right.
energy.
Yes.
And that's the only reason I will excuse him for
Right.
today.
That's right.
Showtime
He has a very, very good excuse. But hasn't he been at the Apollo as well?
Yeah, he's
Many
well
times.
said.
Many
Over
times,
12
right?
years
So
won the Apollo.
hopefully we'll have him on the show soon.
Yes.
So how does it feel? Like, what is the response that you feel and the love that you feeling from the people as you go out and you perform and do what you do? How does it feel now that you have a couple of shows under your belt, so to speak? Who wants to answer
We
that?
always get a lot of love.
I know.
We always get a lot of love.
Yeah.
Definitely.
People really like what we're doing, and they like that we're all different, like you said, the different aspects of us, and that we all bring something different.
And all different generations love us. They
Right.
say
Right,
different things that we do. Yeah.
He likes to do a lot of old school beats, so that helps to bring the older.
Right.
And then we're rapping, so that brings the younger, you know.
Now, what was the name of that first song that you did?
Spend some
Spend some
time.
time.
Spend some time.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
smooth.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm like, right. You just want to chill. You make me want to do the lean back when that one comes on. You're like, a little Corona or something, a little breeze. It's a very, very laid back song. The order that you do, like I said, one after the other. You like, okay, you get that vibe, then boom, you switch over to another vibe, and you just can't go wrong.
Well, the whole idea, too, you know, Nat has always said that part of what's missing now is the element of love in the music. So we constantly, our young people especially, you know, they're listening to lyrics that are telling them to like hurt each other, kill each other, sell drugs, disrespect your mama, do stuff to the pets and all that kind of stuff. And then the frequency, literally the hertz in the musical tracks that's being used right now is, you know, it's not 440 hertz, which stimulates the brain for, you know, love and this and the endorphins and all that kind of stuff. And that's what, you know, I think the main thing about this collaboration of people is that we're all, like we're all centrally located that anyway, but then when you bring it all together and say, well, we can take back our airways and we can take back the messaging for our young people and we can show the elders that we love them too, and like you can perform any of these songs in any arena. You don't have to hit the bleep button, bleep, bleep.
Okay, well, they're giving me the sign. So give your social media real quick where they can find you. And we're gonna go out with a nice monologue from Lorenzo Vaughn. Thank you so much, guys.
Monologue King.
The monologue king.
Right, the monologue king.
Right, I'm Lex Forbes. My Facebook is Lexy with a Y, Lexy Laster. My Instagram is Lexy _off_ hiatus. Lexy off hiatus, because I'm off hiatus.
That's right.
I am on Instagram under, I think it's Lorenzo Vaughn, LV, but
LVX.
And I'm LVX, LVACTZ. Facebook, Lorenzo Vaughn, VON. That's where you can find me. Tap me, follow me, and I'll follow you back.
Shanequa Charles on Facebook, Shanequa Charles on Instagram, and also please visit MissAbby'sKids.org and check out the work that we're doing and show some love and support because it's a community thing. And so thank you again for today.
Yes, you could find me on Natficial Fellowman. That's Facebook, NATFICIAL Fellowman, and on Instagram is Natficial the Traveler. Yeah, and thank you for having us.
I like that.
Thank you.
And I'm Shirley Severe Jacobo. My IG is Shirley Severe Jacobo. I'm Shirley Severe on Facebook. I'm not that active on Facebook yet. And that's how you can find me. And coming soon, Full Figure to the Max.
Right.
Coming
Yes,
soon.
girl.
So again, I want to thank all my guests for joining me today. Shout out to Miranda Rights for coming, and for everybody talking to me, sharing their stories, and sharing positive energy with you today. And make sure you tune in, subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow the show. Just search me, Deborah Coco, on everything. Just give me the mic. And see you next time, y'all. But we're going to go out with Lorenzo Vaughn, so don't go nowhere. Check out this monologue, and we'll see you on the next show. Bye.
It's funny how it always comes back to money. It's funny how money is supposed to explain everything and make anything all right. It was a Saturday, right before dawn. And as you know, the boy and I was on our way to the yard. Fooling around with cars is in my bones, so I figured since Linus takes after me in so many ways, he could learn it real good and earn a little change too. So when he turned 10, he started coming with me on Saturday mornings because the rest of the week, he was in school like he was supposed to be. He was a nice boy, very respectful, very intelligent. He would have made a good mechanic someday. I remember it was early spring, but the dew made it cold. The sky was that light purplish gray you get right before dawn. We were both walking, not saying too much. I guess it was just too early to be doing a lot of talking. We walked down New York Boulevard, through the vacant lot littered with broken glass, past the trees that rise right out of the grass and rise 50 feet tall. Suddenly, two guys with plain clothes pull up on a plain car and yell at us, "Stop!" Their car screams to a halt. I didn't even recognize them as humans. So how should I know they were cops? Creeping towards us, hissing, "Stop, you sons of..." Laughing and drinking as they cursed us. Said in the papers, they were looking for 2 grown burglars. My little son and I wasn't no burglars. My wallet was bulging on my hip. I had just gotten paid. I had it all figured out. These drunken jokers were ordinary crooks trying to rob me. I figured the way they was drinking, I could outrun both of them. And you remember how Linus could outrun a chicken? Run our command, and we take off. Linus shoots out in front of me. And I was right behind him. They didn't even chase us. A flat, loud sound ripped the air, and Linus fell. And instantly became a red pool. His eyes, a pure white blank. They shot Linus in his back. They killed him. They shot my boy. Always, always in my head. Should I have stood my ground and fought them? Was I trying to protect my money more than Linus? Ain't no way I can run away and leave Linus alone, is there? Linus ran ahead of me and left me. I know that's the way it happened. But sometimes the way that something awful happens ain't always how you remember it. I play it back in my head all the time. And my only thought that night was to protect Linus. At least that's how I remember it.